Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Thanksgiving Day, so happy Thanksgiving to all of you. By the time you see this video, it'll be over. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving, whether it was by yourself or with your family, or if you did something. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving, and it is Thanksgiving for us today. So I'm going to start the day off with making the apple pie. And I have my apples here I have to cut. I won't video that. You all know how to cut apples. But then I'll just go into the recipe, and that's when I'll start taking video again. So yeah, we are going to do the normal turkey dinner. Last night I made the stuffing and the apple pie. Today, right now, I'm going to make the I made the pumpkin pie. Did I say apple? I don't know what I said. But I'm going to do the apple pie right now. And then later on, about noontime, close to noontime, I'll get the turkey going. And then I'll make the mashed potatoes right away. I'll get the potatoes boiling. Other than that, there's really not much else to do. Those are the two biggest things, I guess. Cranberries. Glenn likes the cranberries. I don't eat cranberries, so I used to do it where we made it from the bag, and but now he's fine with the canned cranberry, so that's fine. And then I'll just make the gravy from the juice and the turkey. And then other than that, I'll just warm up yams from the can with marshmallows and a can of corn and our brown and served biscuits or rolls, and that'll be it. So yeah, that's our plan for Thanksgiving. And we'll do the traditional watching of Grumpy Old Men, where Glenn usually falls asleep. But I usually end up watching Grumpy Old Men 1 and 2, and possibly Home Alone. So, all right, I'm going to get started on these apples, and I will be back. All right, everyone. So I have all my apples cut, and they're in lemon juice right now. I'm going to go ahead and make the dry mix, which is sugar, brown sugar, flour, cinnamon, and salt. All right, so we're going to put 3/4 cups of sugar in here. All right, and I'm going to throw in 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of flour. And the flour is just going to thicken up the juice. Three-quarter teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm actually just going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's not going to hurt it. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And the salt is to enhance the flavor. All right. We do want to mix this up. So I'm going to whisk it together. And that's so everything can get mixed up really good. Okay. So now I'm just going to bring over my apples, and we're going to put this in the apples, mix it together. And then we're going to get our pie crust ready. All right, so here's my apples. And this is 6 cups of apples. I put it in measuring cup just so I know how much I have. This is 6 cups. And I just put it in the big bowl so I can mix it good. Okay, so I got this all mixed in. It's mixed in pretty good there. And I'm going to put this to the side and grab the pie crust. Since I only have one pie dish and I already made the pumpkin pie in there, I'm going to have to use an 8x8. So I'm going to use this to make the apple pie. And I have been, yes, I cheated. And I put that in the pumpkin pie video. Is that, yeah, I didn't think I was going to have time to make the crust by scratch. I probably should have made this yesterday, but I didn't. So here we are. I cheated. I bought crust. So this is just a Pillsbury crust. And, yeah. But I already have made crust from scratch, so I know I can do it. Next time I make an apple pie and won't feel so rushed, I'll go ahead and do both by scratch. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw my apple pie or my apple filling in there. And I've got the oven preheated to 425 right now. And I'm going to bake this for about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes, maybe 50, don't know. Yep, that's Prissy in the background. Gonna spread my apples around. Now I probably could have cut a little more apples to make it overflowing, because I think when it bakes it's going to go down a little bit, so hopefully not too much. But when I did the apple pie with canned filling, and I just used one can and it barely even reached the top, it didn't come out too bad. So we don't want it overly thick either. Alright, so got that in there, and now I'm going to get the other pie crust, and oh no, I'm going to do something first before I do that. Okay, so what I did was I put just a couple dabs of butter in there, and that'll melt as it's baking, and that's going to also enhance some flavor. Alright, so now I'm going to get the second pie crust and put it on top. Yeah, I ended up buying 2 boxes. 2 crusts come in 1 box of Pillsbury pie crust. I bought 2 boxes because I had the apple pie and I knew I was going to use 2 for this. But they were on sale for almost half off, so I didn't really have a problem with buying the crust. All right. So now what I'm going to do, because I have crust here that is down below, I'm going to have to cinch it together down here. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. And all I'm doing is pressing the top crust to basically overlay the bottom crust edges so they stick together. Okay, so I got the crust on here. I went ahead and got some extra crust and covered up that hole a little bit. But I'm just going to take a fork and pinch the edges there. Okay, so I got the crust together, I got the edges pinched, and I'm just going to cut slits in the middle here for ventilation. And now to do the last thing is, which I did this on the first apple pie I made and the second one. I just dabbled sugar on top. And I guess Prissy says no. This did bring out a lot more flavor. A little sweetness, and this may be sweet inside, I don't know. The last 2 times I made the apple pie, it was through a can filling, and it didn't have that much sweetness, so the sugar I sprinkled on top definitely brought that out. Alright, that's it. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven between 40 and 50 minutes. I'll check it at the 40-minute mark and see where we're at. Alright everyone, so here is the apple pie. I just took it out, and I took it out at 40 minutes and baked it at 425 degrees. So yeah, it feels done. The crust feels nice and done. Hopefully the apples are nice and soft. And the crust didn't get too bad. So here's what I did with the crust. And I forgot about it before I put it in. Just like the pumpkin pie, I was going to put tinfoil around the crust and I totally forgot about it. But I watched a video from Hillbilly Kitchen and watched her apple pie video. This isn't the recipe she used, but similar. I got the where she added butter to the top from hers. But she took tinfoil and kind of made a point and folded like creases. And she put it over the top, not tucking it in tight, just throwing it over the top like that. And she did that for the first 20 minutes or so of her pie to prevent the crust from getting too dark. So I forgot about that, as well as covering the edges. So thankfully I remembered about the 20-minute mark. Oh my God, I forgot to cover the crust. So I thought about this that she did on her video. So I just quick took some tin foil out, made it, and then just left it over the pie loosely like that for the last 20 minutes. And I think it did pretty good because, as you can see, the crust is a nice color. The edges right here, a little bit dark, but not too bad yet. You do see where the corners are that the filling started coming out. But that's not bad. So yeah, apple pie is done, pumpkin pie is done, and I'm going to put this to the side, clean up the dishes, and I'm not sure what time I'll get the turkey going, but at least the desserts are done, right? That's the important stuff. All right, stay tuned for more on this Thanksgiving Day. All right, everyone, so it is time to get the turkey going in the oven. It's already 1 in the afternoon, but this is a pretty small turkey compared to a lot of turkeys out there. I'm guessing it might be 11 to 14 pounds at the most. 11, I would say it's closer to 11 or 12 pounds. Will you guys knock it off? So this is only going to take about 3 or 4 hours, 5 at the most, to cook. And I've got the oven preheating to 325, and I have to tell you, we do nothing special to our turkey. We don't cover it in butter, we don't stuff it, and all we do is throw our typical seasonings on it. And the only thing we do different is we cook it upside down. Right now it is breast side up, so it's right side up right now, but I'm gonna season this side first and then tip it upside down, season the bottom side, which is now going to be the top. And we cook it that way because that means the white meat, the breast, are going to be soaking in all the juices at the bottom. And when the turkey is done, this part, which is normally dry, is going to be moist. We've been doing this for years. We saw it somewhere. I don't know if it was online or how we came across it, but we saw it, we tried it, and we've been doing it this way ever since then. We love it this way. So that's all I'm going to do to this turkey. All right. So let's season up this thing. Seasoned salt. It's just basically going to be seasoned salt, onion powder, pepper. All right. That's basically all we've been doing to our turkey for, I don't know, years. When I first got here, we cooked it the typical way, breast side up, the right way, and the turkey was just always dry. Then we came across this method, and yeah, we will never go back. So now I got a tad bit of water at the bottom just to keep it from drying out at first. So I'm just going to season this side and then throw it in the oven. I am going to throw the neck and all the giblets in there. I cooked that along with the turkey. So let me just get this side seasoned up. All right, that's it, folks. I'm going to cover it. And wash my hands. And oh, I forgot to put the neck and stuff in there. Yep, I always just throw them in there. I don't do anything special to them. All right, now I'm going to cover it and throw it in the oven. Oops. And it'll be done between 3 and 5 hours. I'm going to guess closer to 3 to 4 hours. And then I'm actually going to start peeling the potatoes and getting those on the stove right away. So I'm not in a hurry to get those done. And should be smooth sailing from there.